Welcome back. It's your boy Fresh.
And I'm Mary, and we are a Co-ople of nerds.
Welcome to the Sega Genesis, December 1990.
Genesis does.
The real gamers all have the same favorite console, the Sega Genesis. Is it a surprise? God loves Sega so much, he named the first book in the Bible Genesis.
Genesis.
16-bit sports action.
After all, the Genesis does what Nintendo don't.
Gotta go. Hey, guy, you're the first serious gamer I've seen all morning. Check this out. Brand new 16-bit Super Nintendo with Super Mario World. Wow!
What's this one?
Oh, this is a Sonic the Hedgehog from Sega Genesis.
In 2024, the Genesis turns 35 years old.
You've got Stimpy's invention.
In this series, we will travel 35 years into the past each month, where we will collect, review, and rank every North American licensed Sega Genesis game ever made, except for Outback Joey.
Powdered toast, man.
F. Outback Joey.
To save himself, he launches a right hand to the kangaroo's snout.
And all of Australia, for that matter.
The Sega Genesis has blast processing. Super Nintendo doesn't.
We will be using the generally accepted list of games and their release dates. Did we get one wrong?
Shut up, nerd. Shut up, nerd.
Welcome to the Sega Genesis.
And, what if you don't have blast processing?
So, in this series, we review each Sega Genesis game that came out in December of 1990. We're playing through the entire collection. But first, let's figure out what else happened in December of 1990 around the world.
So, a lot of really fun entertainment stuff was going on in December of 1990. On the 1st, Whitney Houston's I'm Your Baby Tonight was released. She had, like, I think she's still the number one artist to have, like, the most consecutive number one hits.
Okay.
So, yeah, she's set some sort of world record on that.
Is that the right song? Did I sing the right song?
I'm your baby tonight. Yes, that one. And on the 7th, 2 good movies were released. Edward Scissorhands and Look Who's Talking To.
There you go. Which one's better?
Obviously, Edward Scissorhands. I mean,
I don't know if I've seen Scissorhands since the 90s.
Okay, well, we have it, so you need to watch it again. So then on the 11th, unfortunately, I don't know if anyone's heard this story before, but I actually watched like a little mini documentary on it. It might have been on one of my like forensic shows. But 13 die in an 83 car accident in Chattanooga, Tennessee on I-75 due to fog. So they had this whole investigation. There was like this fog that swept in, and there was 83 car pile up, and 13 people died, and it was like this big scientific mystery that they had to solve.
Jeez, that must have been crazy fog. To just keep running into the car in front of you over and over.
Very, very dense fog. Now they have like signs there and things like that. So.
Right, yeah.
And then on the 20th, the world's first website and server went live at CERN. C-E-R-N.
What is that?
I don't know.
Well, I hope it's still running today.
So, and then 2 other really good movies were released that month. On the 22nd, Kindergarten Cop.
Oh, there you go. It's not a tumor.
Not a tumor. And then on the 25th, The Godfather Part 3. You can't forget that one.
It's probably the worst of the Godfathers, though. Definitely the worst of the Godfathers.
But it was released on Christmas.
Family.
So, killing family. Something like that.
Alright, let's jump into the games. Up first, we got Battle Squadron.
This is the spiritual successor to Hybris on the Amiga home computer. It was developed by Enterprise Software. It's published by Electronic Arts, EA. And the genre is shoot 'em up. Players 1 or 2.
Earth is at war with the Barracks Empire. Commanders Barry Mayers and Lori Bergen have been kidnapped, and it's up to you to rescue them. This game has an overworld with 3 inner cores that need to be defeated in order to win this game. The overworld will loop repeatedly, but it is supposedly useful for collecting power-ups. You do not lose your weapon when you die, which will happen consistently. Enemies take numerous shots to be defeated and do not fly in a specific pattern. They will follow you around the map. Grade D. This game was not released in Japan, so invisible enemies and foreground objects block your field of vision of enemies and bullets. This one is hard as heck.
Japan recognized it was a sucky game.
Up next, Dynamite Duke.
So this is the spiritual successor to Empire City 1931 and Dead Angle. Developed by Hertz, published by Sega, the genre is shooting gallery. Only plays one player.
The mad scientist Dr. Neil Ash is trying to take over the world with an army of robots. It is up to Colonel Duke Ripham, aka Dynamite Duke. If your name is Duke Ripham, do you really need a cooler nickname to save the day? Duke is armed with a machine gun and cybernetic arm. The D-pad moves both the target on screen as well as Duke. A button fires. If you hold it, you will move just the target and not Duke. But if you don't hold the A button, you kind of move both of them. Holding the B button down will charge up the most powerful attack, the Dynamite Punch, which does a ton of ton of damage to all enemies on the screen. Boss battles are an interesting mix of shooting and hand-to-hand combat. You need to finish 7 levels to beat this game. Grade B. This is a very unique game. You know, they've seen these before, like on Punisher on NES, famously. But that control takes a little bit of time to master, of when to hold down the A button to move just the target and when to move your whole body plus the target.
Oh, so you mean kind of like the joystick control that you're always making fun of me trying to use.
If you had 2 joysticks, this game would be a lot easier. But you got 1 D-pad, so. But we do have our first cover art battle. We got Japan against North America / PAL. You will notice the Japan one features the giant cybernetic arm to destroy or to use the Dynamite Punch, where the other one does not.
The other one also, he just kind of looks like a disgruntled robber.
It just looks like a villain from an 80s movie.
He's a burglar who just looks grumpy.
If we talk about looks, though, Japan, hopefully they paid, why am I blinking on his name? The bad guy in Rocky IV.
Oh. Okay, yes.
Dolph Lundgren. Hopefully they paid Dolph Lundgren money, because that is very clearly Dolph Lundgren. But this one's not a fight. It's Japan.
Yeah.
Japan wins.
Yeah.
All right, up next, we got Granada.
This was developed by Wolf Team, published by Renovation Products, and the genre is top-down shooters. Again, only 1 player.
In the futuristic year of 2016, war has erupted over mining rights for rare metals in Africa. It is up to Leon Toto to pilot the mysterious tank known as Granada, and end this war once and for all. No one knows where the Granada came from or who built it, but it showed up destroying both sides of the war. There are 9 levels in this game. Each are maze-like with numerous targets needed to be destroyed before a final boss fight. You get a map that does not show the terrain or path, but rather the general direction of the target. So, for example, it would be bottom right corner. You know, it doesn't show you how to get there, but you need to go to the bottom right corner. You can shoot in 16 different directions. You can lock your gun in a specific direction to allow for strafing. You also have a missile launcher for a more powerful attack, but beware, the blast will recoil your tank backwards. The mazes are filled with instant death falls.
Oh.
Grade B. This game was not released in PAL, so Generation Pixel thinks mazes with stage timers kept this game from being great.
Oh.
I mean, still, B is a good grade, but get rid of those. If you're gonna make me do a maze, don't make me do it timed. Up next, we got Hard Driving.
This was developed by Sterling Silver Software, published by Tengen. The genre is racing, and it's also only one player.
This game starts with the claim, this game is a revolutionary driving simulation combining an accurate model of race car handling and true 3D graphics. There is only one track with two different paths, speed and stunt. Speed path is pretty standard track with some nice straightaways. The stunt path has a 360 loop and a gap in a bridge that you have to jump. You need to follow the speed limit signs in order to conquer those stunts.
That makes no sense.
Grade F. Realistic driving sim with a 360 loop and a gap to jump. The car handles grass like it's super glue, and the 3D polygons are not 3D from all angles. Sometimes you get to the other side of it, and now it is 1D. It's just a line. I don't know how you could say it's a realistic driving simulation and have 360 loop-de-loops. Up next, we got Ishudo, The Way of the Stones.
This was developed and published by Accolade. It's a genre of puzzle genre, and one player.
One of the few commercially released unlicensed game on the Sega Genesis. Accolade reverse engineered TMSS without Sega of America's approval. This puzzle game will remind players of Mahjong. You need to place random tiles matching either the color or pattern next to the existing tiles. The more sides you match, 1, 2, 3, 4, so you can't go diagonally, the more points you get, 1, 2, 4, or 8, respectively. There are 96 spaces available to squeeze in 72 tiles. Grade D. This game was only released in North America, so it's a puzzle game, and they did not put music in it.
No music. Well, what are you listening to the whole time?
Just nothing.
Nothing.
Just silence. I mean, you hear the clicks of when you play the tiles, but that's that is about it. If you got a puzzle game, you got to put some music in it.
Got some kicking music. People kind of get more into it.
Yeah. Up next, Shadow Dancer, The Secret of Shinobi.
This is the second game in the Genesis Shinobi series, but not a sequel. It was developed and published by SAGA. The genre... SAGA. Who's SAGA? Developed and published by Sega. The genre is action platformer and one player.
In the distant future of 1997, Sega was not very hopeful for the future of mankind. There's two games.
2016 and 1997.
New York City is taken over by a giant reptilian demon-worshipping ninja cult named Union Lizard. That's one heck of a mouthful. It's up to Joe Musashi and his faithful white dog named Yamamoto, to come out of retirement and to save the city. You can send the dog after enemies to distract them. You must rescue all hostages before the exit will appear. The levels are pretty linear, so there's not much searching, which is a good thing because there is a level timer. Male hostages earn you points, while female hostages upgrade your shurikens. At the start of each stage, you will receive one screen-wiping ninjutsu spell. There are 5 levels broken into 3 stages each. At the end of each level, there's a bonus stage where you are falling off a building and you can shoot ninjas jumping up the wall. Kill all 50, 3 extra lives. 49, 2 extra lives. 48, 1 extra life. 47 to 1, 0. And if you kill 0 ninjas, you get 1 extra life.
Weird.
I just discovered...
Just fall and allow yourself to get the 1 extra life.
So I was playing this and, I don't know, probably grabbed my vape or a drink or something. Was like, I won't worry about this. And I got an extra life. So I just discovered it by pure dumb accident. Grade B. 1 hit, 1 kill makes this game brutal. There are standard enemies who require more hits to kill than the main protagonist.
Oh.
But we do got another cover art battle. Again, it's Japan versus North America / PAL.
So the North America / PAL one, it just looks like a bad guy beating into innocent people on the street.
Yeah, but you see the shadow of the ninja coming up to save him.
No, it just looks like a bad
Just
guy.
looks like a villain.
It just looks like a villain. So,
yeah, that Japan cover, that's gonna win.
yeah.
That's a way cooler cover.
And the dog, he just looks so tough.
Yeah, clever. Yamamoto. Up next, Sword of Sodan.
This was developed by Enterprise Software. It was published by Electronic Arts, and the genre is hack and slash. 1 player.
Zoros, the evil necromancer, wants to overthrow the ruler of the northern kingdom, Lordan. Lordan sends his twin children to the furthest corner of the land. Lordan is defeated, and it's now up to the grown-up twins to get revenge. You can play as either of the twins. You will use potions. You can combine them for stronger effects, but be careful. Some combinations can be harmful. There are 8 levels to complete this game. This game is slow as molasses. The hitboxes are awful. I wanted to give this game a D because it looks good and has some nice score, but this game is an F. You walk slightly faster than the screen can scroll. You have to wait for enemies, wait for traps, wait for the screen to scroll. This game is so slow. Then there will be a super fast death trap you need to avoid. Combat is awful, but the potion system was a pretty cool idea where you get to mix drinks together, sort of like a play bartender and chug them, see what happens.
Well, I live, who knows?
Yeah, there is a poison one. Whoops. Up next, Techno Cop.
Is this like off-brand RoboCop?
No, it's Techno Cop.
Okay, so this was developed by Punk Development, published by Razorsoft. It's an action genre. Players 1.
The first game on the Genesis to feature a warning label due to the graphic content. The back of the box shows a baddie exploding with all the gore you would expect. This game allows you to shoot kids and grannies pushing strollers. You lose some points, but no other bad effects. When you shoot baddies, they explode like watermelons at a Gallagher show. This game feels like two games crudely glued together. First, you have a delightful drive through the countryside with a dodgeball mounted cannon on your car to blast enemies. Then you're in the inner city. You pull over on the side of the grass, and all of a sudden you're transformed to the inner city and run down warehouses blasting enemies. Some bosses can be caught dead or alive, while others need to be brought in alive. Grade F. This game was only released in North America, so another game where the gameplay kills it. I wish the gore and violence were enough to save it, but alas, no it's not. Your character is not centered on screen, so when a villain pops up, you will get a hit in before you can react. The stages are built like mazes, so you think, nice, I can explore. Nope. The world's fastest timer is hot on your heels. Please pay attention to that bottom corner. I am not adjusting the gameplay footage. That is how fast it really goes. It's like almost like 7 seconds to 1 real time. If you die during a boss fight, the villain escapes, so you don't get to replay it. Up next, Trampoline Terror.
Okay, so this was developed by NCS, published by DreamWorks. The genre is puzzle, players 1.
You are the Trampoline Terror. You must stop the invading aliens who have kidnapped your queen. This game is a puzzle game. You need to walk over all the switches in order to proceed to the next level. The switches will explode after you step on them, so you gotta move fast. If you time it right, you may get an enemy to fall off the board if they are standing on a previously activated switch. You will also get a reusable P-ball to throw at enemies to kill them. Be careful, if you throw it on a trampoline space, it will continue to bounce until it hits a non-trampoline space. If it doesn't hit a non-trampoline space, it will fall off the edge of the board, and you lose it. Trampolines break after a certain number of jumps, indicated by their colors. As they get closer to breaking, they turn redder. You got 33 levels. You got to beat 33 levels in order to win. Grade B. This game was only released in North America, so to date, this is the best puzzle game on the Genesis. It kind of plays a little like Bomberman, that top-down view, but instead of throwing bombs, obviously you're hitting switches, but it was a blast. I really enjoyed it.
Oh, wow.
Alright, so let's get into the rankings here. Not the best month for the Saga Genesis. Their second Christmas failed to live up to the hype. But we got Trampoline Terror at number 18, Dynamite Duke at 20, Shadow Dancer 21, Granada 24, and we take a big jump down. Battle Squadron 45. You cannot have hidden enemies in a shoot 'em up. Shido cannot not have music in a puzzle game. Techno Cop F50, Hard Driving F51, Sword of Sudan F53. 3 F games in 1 month. Whew. Brutal.
They were in a hurry to get stuff out for
They were in a
Christmas.
hurry, yeah. So we had to go a little bit faster this time because we had so many games. Looking at the timer, we probably didn't go fast enough for future months when it's even more games. We'll have to continue to modify the depth in which we go. But let us know down in the comment section, have you played any of these? Do you agree with our scores? And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye! Hey, Pumpkin. Need you to settle a Christmas debate.
What's that?
Do you wrap gifts that go in stockings?
Depends.
That is not settling the debate to say it depends.
I've wrapped some before, and I've not wrapped some before, so...
Well, I guess we'll never know the true answer.
If it's like a knick-knack kind of thing, you know, like a little kid's dollar store toy, then you don't. But if it's like a legitimate gift, like nice earrings, you wrap it.
But would you still put it in the stocking then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's little. You don't want it to get lost under the tree.